everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jayana, a licensed esthetician based in Georgia and also a professional makeup artist. Hey everybody. I am so excited for today's video because I have no plans of what I'm gonna do, but you know, we're gonna do some makeup. We're probably gonna yap the mouth here and just, you know, have fun, be creative with the makeup today. Of course, I'm gonna throw in some tips and tricks like I always do, boo-boo. And we're just gonna have fun. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Welcome all newcomers here. This is a fun channel. I am a fun gal. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that button, click that bell so that you're notified of all my uploads. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let's get started with the tutorial. I am going to do brows off camera, but what I wanted to show on camera is just a little bit more of skin prep. So this is what I do use whenever I am prepping my skin for my makeup, but I don't include this into my skincare routine. There's a difference with that. So I'm using e.l.f.'s Thirst Drops. Do I have to do this? I'm gonna have to do an OG because I got me a new ring light, or a ring box, I guess you could say, and I got it for clientele. But that thing is bright. But I'm taking some of this. This is their Thirst Burst Drops. It brightens up the skin, hydrates the skin. It also adds a little bit of dewiness into the skin. And I love to look dewy, especially with the dry skin. Now, my skin is already glowing due to my sunscreen, but I like a little extra glow. So I'm gonna apply that to the skin. Just to add a little bit more, as you can see. And then next, I'm going to use the e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration Eye Cream here. And I'm going to put that directly under my eyes. This little thing is going to last you a long time because you don't need a lot to put up under your eyes. Also, too, if you haven't already, invest in an eye cream, especially if you have like fine lines and wrinkles, or you want to reduce the creasing whenever you are doing your concealer. You're gonna hear me say a lot: hydration, hydration, hydration. And that's just taking care of the outside, the inside too. So drink some water. But I'm not gonna be a hypocrite because I don't drink it all the time either. I really have been trying to stop drinking sodas. I've downgraded to drinking sparkling water. One thing about sodas is I love the carbonation, but I also love the sugar in it. And that is why I like drinking Dr. Peppers or Cherry Cokes was like a weekly thing. I'm drinking 2 sodas a day, you know? Water gets included, but I'm still popping it with the soda. All right, I misspoke. We don't do the brows first anymore. We prep the lid space for the shadows. So eyeshadow palettes I'm using today are the In the Buff palettes by Beats by Deb and the Wildside palette from Bolive Beaute. You can find both of these palettes, go to their Instagrams, click the link to go to their websites and purchase it off of there. So the look that I'm going for today, I want to do some blue or some teal into the eyes today. And I might do a nude waterline as well, because that's super cute. So yeah, that's what we're going for today. Well, so far with my life, nah, it's been the same old, you know, just been going to work, planning for this wedding child that we're almost there. Okay, we got the DJ, we're gonna get a caterer. There's actually a bridal expo coming to our city. And so I'm thinking about, well, actually we already got tickets to it. So we're gonna go there and see if they have any caterers, because one thing about it, any wedding I've ever been to, I always want to remember the food. I could have cared less about anything else, because most weddings I have been to was when I was a little girl. When I was an adult, I did go to my cousin's wedding, and that was enjoyable. I thought that was cool and whatnot. But I really ain't do much. That was a long time ago too, so I don't really remember a lot from it, except how it looked, you know. But experience-wise, which is something I don't understand from guests, they're always talking about, oh, the experience, what do you want to do for your guests, yada, yada, yada. Do you even remember? Because I don't. Like, you're not going to, because it's not about you either. That's the other thing, too, that confuses me about guests. The day is not about you. I just invited you to be a witness of this marriage, technically. Everything else, really, I don't really care. Not really studying anything that you got to say or have an opinion about. That's just me, though. But I don't care about what my family or if friends are coming. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? That day ain't about you. It's about me and my husband getting married before God. I don't know. Some people do the most from experiences I've read on and videos I've looked at. Ugh. All right, what color am I going with today? I'm going to use Bleach Knots, this shade right there. So it is a brown shade, but it's not as dark as your normal brown. It looks like a little oranges or yellows are also blended in it. So it's more of a caramel tone. But yeah, wedding planning has been cool, you know. We're DIYing. So my mother is going to be our designer, our decorator. And we found some really cute things. You know, Shein, whatever you want to call it. Regardless of all the, you know, the controversy over child labor laws and all that. Shein actually got some pretty cool stuff for weddings. So if you are a bride on a budget or you have a set budget and you're not trying to go over that, order some stuff off of Shein. Especially like flowers and stuff, which I knew long before I was ever, you know, knowing I was going to get married. I was not using no real flowers for no wedding. Who am I impressing? I don't know. I don't understand real flowers for a day like a wedding. It's one day. What do you do with the flowers afterwards? You can't sell them because they're real flowers. They're going to die. And do y'all know how much it costs? It can cost tens of thousands of dollars to get real flowers at your wedding. I didn't understand that. So yeah, DIY bride here. So got some flowers off Amazon and Temu and Shein. The ones from Temu, too green. You ever seen like the real, and I mean so green that it looked fake. Yeah. So those were a no-go. But got some off of Shein and they look so pretty. They look so pretty. I'm going to have to put a picture up for y'all to show you of the little bouquet that my mama created. And see, all my life, my mama has been like this creative person. I'm not a creator. I mean, I do my makeup. I'm creative in that process, I guess you could say. But other than that, florals or wreaths or like decorate your living room, I have no clue where to start sometimes. So my mama and my fiance, one thing about it, if they ain't got nothing else in common, they got that in common. Decorating and being creative in that sense and how to put colors together and all that. I just know how to do makeup. But that's creative enough. So I got a little bit of my mama jeans. But other than that, I'm like my father. I don't care. I say we care about like the important stuff. But when it comes down to that decorating, as long as it look good, is all I truly care about. Am I going to notice that this one little thing don't look like that? No, and I don't think anyone else is. It's just like, you know, that saying, or that, I don't know if you ever seen that TikTok, or you lose your house key to your, you know, you lose the house key to your house. And then your mama's like, don't lose my house key, somebody can find it. Somebody's going to get that key, like it has your address to the house on it, and come unlock the door. Come on now. The small details. I'm not going to notice all that. And if anyone else notices that, I think you're a weirdo. But yeah, everything is booked except the caterer. I feel good about the vendors that we do have. Now it's just, you know, of course, just getting everything paid off. Whew, Jesus. But not going to stress too much about it because it's going to get paid off. And there's pretty much nothing to worry about. Thank God for family. Thank God for family friends that have been, you know, helping us in this journey and all that. But we knew we didn't want too high of a budget. The average cost of a wedding is, I think, over $30,000 anyway. I knew he wasn't going to touch that. But we knew it was going to be in the tens of thousands. And hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. you want a, you know, special day. But if you ain't got it, I don't say go out crazy with it. I like to start with brown because it's just a base color. If I start with this brown, I know where to build up to. We're gonna do some pink and red looks coming up soon. What is everyone's plans for Valentine's Day? Are we in relationships? Are we hanging out with our girls? Are we having Galentine's Day? You know, what's going on with y'all? Do people even really do Valentine's Day like that? I used to love Valentine's Day back in school. You know, you'll buy the candy for your classmates. Everybody gets a card. Everybody gets, you know, little stuff like that. I always thought that was cute. But nowadays in the world, is love even a thing for some of y'all? I love love. But I don't know. Some of the stuff I be seeing, I think some of y'all hate it. It's a little concerning for me. Jeez. But I love love. I love seeing people in relationships. Heck, and not just like romantic relationships, but platonic relationships, even relationships you have with your pets. Like, I love watching like dogs stare into their owner's eyes and just filled with love. Like, you see the love portraying out of their eyes. Like, I love stuff like that. But then again, I love love. There's nothing in me that will have like hatred towards anyone, towards anything, towards any topic. It ain't that big of things for me to have hate or have hatred inside of me. No. I may not agree with everything that you do, or I may not support everything that you do, or it may not align well, but I don't hate you. That's why I've never understood, like, when it came to politics and stuff, how some families just cut off, you know? We don't vote for the same person. It doesn't matter if it's presidential, for a senator, for a Congress member, for your mayor or a city council. If we don't agree on that stuff, you're done. We're no longer family. I can never, because it's just not that deep and it's not that big of an issue to be cutting off family members. I don't think. If y'all think differently, let me know. But yeah, nothing's been going on with me. Wedding plan and working. I will say this though. I've been having a feeling. I'm gonna change my brush because I need to darken up my crease and go with a darker color. Hot chocolate here, the crack one. But so I've been licensed? Yeah. I think since November. And I started off with my makeup business, and so far I've had a few clients, and I have a wedding coming up in February. And I've just been trying to get more and more, you know, with it. Also, trying to stay as consistent as I can with YouTube. I get so caught up in work sometimes. And I work 2 jobs. I get so caught up in that I get tired or I get lazy and I just want to sleep, you know? So I've been trying to catch up on my sleep, and I said today I will not stay in bed all morning. I'm gonna get up. All I needed was 5 more hours for my at-home job to hit my 80. So I did that. I said, as soon as I clock out, we're gonna make a YouTube tutorial today. And I think that's the thing I definitely need to work on more, is just being more disciplined and not allowing what I say outside factors affect everything so much. Like, yeah, the job can get aggravating. Yeah, I don't want to be in this situation. But am I gonna linger on to that my entire life? Or am I gonna work with what I got? I have this phone, I have this camera, I have the platform. Do something with it. Stop making excuses. That's why I had to talk myself sometimes out of that just negative mindset, that pessimistic mindset, and just look at things and be positive with them and keep going. Because a lot of times, and I am a Christian, and a lot of times I will hear, well, God got me. Does he? That's sometimes what I question. Does he have you? Are you just sitting there not doing anything? And does he still have you with that? I don't think so. I don't think that's what type of God is. Someone that has done all this work, has created all these things. We're made in his image. We should have some of those same qualities in us. Now, we're not going to portray it as perfect as God is, but it's still inside of us. So I can't use the excuse, well, God got me. I can't say that and I'm not doing anything. Or I'm being complacent. Or I'm scared. What is fear when God has you? You know? So learning that lesson more and more. And also too, being more patient. Y'all, I have applied for so many different jobs because it was getting to a point where, oh, I hate my job. I hate clocking in. It was getting to the point thinking about getting up to clock in was causing anger. And I had to change that. I had to stop that. Had to. A lot of times I'm sitting with myself, you know, applying for all these different jobs, getting desperate too. Y'all, I work from home. That's a blessing. I'm able to take clients throughout the week. I'm able to make these videos. I don't have anyone sitting over my head or micromanaging me to do my job, to fulfill my role. Is that not a blessing? Is that not something that God is telling me, just hold on a little bit while longer? The thing you're wanting is gonna come. You just gotta wait. Something I have to keep reminding myself. Just be patient. Today I read a scripture in Haggai. Yeah, Haggai. Haggai was one of God's messengers. You know, God spoke directly to Haggai to spread the message all across to the Jews in Jerusalem at the time. And in my daily scripture today, what I was reading, and I forgot the scripture, I'm so sorry. But in my daily scripture, from what I got from it was, and from learning from the Jews, was that when you continue to do God's will, blessings come from it. And it's not that, I think sometimes it can be misconstrued of, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna get that. Like it's a transactional thing. And it's like, that's not the relationship with God. It's more than just what he can do for you. You know, it's more than if I wait this long, if I keep waiting, I'm gonna get the things that I wanted. I get the things that I wanted. Do I just stop? No. It's more so about the joy that you receive from the relationship with God, from following his will, from obeying his commandments. You'll find joy in those things and you will want to keep doing them, regardless if there's a reward for it or not. Praying every night, reading them scriptures, trying to practice what I've learned, teach them to others, spread the message, you know? Going back in with that original brush, it still has a little bit of that first shade, and we're just gonna blend those two shades together. Moving on to this big old palette. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36 shades of beautiful shades. Look how they just all change from different ranges. Not the fire alarm. Child. Let me tell you something. I be in this apartment by myself a lot because my fiance be at work and he don't get here till like 6. Scared. Scared. I don't know what to do sometimes. I just be hearing noises. I be locking the door like 4 or 5 times. I don't blue in on the lid space first. So I wanted blue and like teal. So I think what I'm gonna do is mix these 3 shades here and maybe even a little bit of this green to really get that teal shade onto my eyes. Or I might do a little ombre. Yeah. So we're gonna do a little color theory here. So as you can tell, all of these colors right here, especially in this bottom corner, correlate with each other. But I'm just gonna pat that onto the lid space. Oh yeah. And I would have added some concealer to kind of make it pop a little bit more. I didn't feel like it. Me and Waska are some music heads. Y'all can't see, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guitars in this room right now. He started playing the guitar last year, and he's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, but he picks up fast. He'll literally listen to a song and play it. I ain't that good. I need to know, you know, which fret, which string, what's the note. how do I strum? Like, I need technicality of it because I'm more of a music theory person. I play clarinet, and that's how I learned music, was through theory first, not from ear. I wish I would have learned it like that, but I ain't talented like him. But I will be. I just gotta learn. I already know which song I want to walk down the aisle to. Every time I listen to it, I get teary-eyed, start crying and stuff like that. And I don't even care if Wasky cry. I don't care. I'm lying. I'm just lying. I do care if he cries. But it's not a requirement. I've seen some videos. If my husband don't cry, I'm turning right back around. I'm not. You know how much this wedding costs? What's that video of Pretty Big? Turn your around and sit your son like that. I'm not gonna cuss up here. This is pretty. It's giving. This is a smoky eye, I guess we can say. I bet that's a little too blue. Oh no, that's good. I really like this palette. It's so freaking pigmented. Ooh, those LA fires. That was crazy. Which, fires happen all the time in California, but from the videos I was looking at, it has been like a wet climate, which in a wet winter, because they don't truly have winter over on that side of the world, of the country. And it was brush fires, so it's just the climate was causing all of it. And then there were talks about people even starting the fires. Oh, and the winds were like 80 miles per hour. 80 miles per hour? I don't think that's right. But the winds were going super duper fast, which was causing the fires to spread even more. So continue praying for those people that lost their homes. Even some people may have lost their lives. I haven't seen, but maybe some people have lost their lives. So continue praying for those people. Anytime something happens, there's always like a conspiracy theory around it. And that just really aggravates me when people decide to start typing on their phone and, start speaking out of their minds. Everything you think don't need to be published. Okay? Because sometimes it just sounds crazy. And in Georgia, I had a little cold storm. So I was seeing a picture, and it's always on Facebook. I was seeing a picture on Facebook. These crazy people done split the country in half. It was hot on the West Coast. It was cold on the East Coast. And then some people were saying this is God's sign of saying he had to get those people in LA because they're sinners. Me, just thinking, are there not sinners all over the world? Why is LA just, the first place? I don't know. I don't like conspiracy theories. I don't like when try to apply scriptures to every single thing. We will not know the day nor the hour. Okay? But what I do think, climate change is real, and some people just don't want to make it make sense. Well, some people just make things bigger than what it actually is. But climate change is truly a real thing. And then some of the stars, some of the celebrities, y'all, start talking about their houses was lost. And some of them feed folks was not feeling it. I don't blame them. Especially when you got the money to replace your home. I've had this home for 20 years. This was my home. This is my final home. And then my insurance company cancels my policy. So how do I get another home? But you're making posts on Instagram saying that one of your homes got destroyed. One of your homes got destroyed of all your memories and stuff. But you made that post and you're in freaking Chicago. in your penthouse. Is that not weird? I'm just saying. Just saying. So you can't expect non-celebrities to have sympathy for you losing one of your homes when I lost my only home and I gotta figure out a way to pay for it. Just saying. What else has been going on? Nothing really been going on in my life. Nothing as interesting. You know what? My life is interesting, okay? It's interesting because I say it's interesting. Yeah. Doing my brows. Using Colourpop's pencil, one of my faves. And I have it in the shade dark brown. And I am just lightly filling those in. And filling in any sparse areas. I'm in the era with my brows to just not overfill them. Because I care not to do that anymore. I like how my natural brows look. Even when I do clients. It's like we are going to try to keep this as natural as possible. Now, if you want the other way, cool. But other than that, I just want your brow to look like your brow. Foundation, we're gonna jump into primer. So I purchased e.l.f.'s Base Matte Power Grip Primer. How can something be matte and also be sticky at the same time? I don't know, but e.l.f., she figured it out. So, where's my box? Let me read the things to you. So, this mattifying primer, which is infused with lemon myrtle blend, is used to help reduce the look of excess oil and shine and create a smooth finish while gripping makeup for long-lasting wear. So it's gonna dry down and you'll see that matte finish. You'll see, or it's gonna eliminate that shine and that oil. And also it's gonna have that gripping into it. So typically when you're dealing with oily skin, you're gonna use a gripping primer anyway, because you want those oils and that shine to stick and adhere to the primer and not just lay on top of the skin. Like I always say, I like to depend on powders more than primers whenever I'm working with someone that has oily skin or combination skin, or someone that just wants to look matte. But if this primer, I don't have oily skin, but I do want to use this, especially right here on my nose, right here, out here towards the cheeks, and on my forehead. I want to see if those areas stay matte so that I can start using this on clientele. This is $10. e.l.f., the highest thing I've seen at e.l.f. is probably 14, which I ain't gonna lie. Can you please come down? Can you please come down? But it's okay. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this primer. Good. Doesn't really have a smell to it. I'm gonna put that onto the forehead. And it still does have that gripping, sticky consistency. Instructions say to apply wherever you are oily or shiny. I'm not oily or shiny in any of these areas, but you can see my pores. So I want to see how that is going to hold up. Oh, hair. How that is going to hold up when I put the makeup on top. So right here in these areas. And for the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Jelly Pop primer from e.l.f., one of my favorite primers. A primer that they just keep taking back and bringing back. And I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let it air dry. Y'all, I purchased a fan. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to use this. It does 3 levels. So this is 1. Can you hear it? 2. 3. And she, ooh, is a goodie. It's a portable one, so I just had to charge it. I also bought some new lights. I bought some makeup brushes off Shein. I bought some things to make bridal touch-up kits. And I also bought a portable light because I thought about it. What if power goes out? Anywhere that I'm at, what if the power goes out when I'm at a wedding? I need a light. So I bought a portable light that you just charge. I just gotta make sure it's charged. Especially for, you know, to get pictures and stuff. Because most likely it's going to be during the day. Most likely. I hate doing that. I don't like pumping anything on me like that. I just like pumping it into, my mirror's trying to fall. Pumping it into the hands. And rub it in like that. I've always, and I mean always, have like the Colourpop primer better than a Power Girl primer. It's so much more stickier and it applies a dewiness to the skin, and I love the smell of it. If you watch any of my older videos, I've been using it since e.l.f. brought it out. Before e.l.f. became as popular as it has, especially with TikTok, I was using it. And I loved it. But shout out to e.l.f. I'm always going to like use an e.l.f. product. I'm always going to support e.l.f. Now, Juvia's Place? I love Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place. I love the products. But it's always something with that company. It's always something. I mean, I'm not sponsored. I'm not branded. And I'm not about to beg for it either. I don't really want to beg for a company to do anything. If it happens, it happens. God willing. If it doesn't, I'm still going to do my thing. You understand? But it's always something going on with Juvia's Place. I use their products, though, because they're good products. They're really good products. But it's just always something happening with that company. Just saw some videos of some influencers or beauty creators not getting paid. Not getting paid. And getting paid super late. And sometimes you just be like, what the heck is going on with that company? But there's always something going on with these companies, child. I guess it don't heat me or hurt or really affects me. Like, there's some high-end brands I never even purchased anything from them, and there's issues with them. I'm like, oh, I can't afford you anyway. You know? So I never really cared to buy from you. Oh, the beauty community. But I'm an esthetician and a makeup artist. I try to keep myself separate from that, okay? So now I'm a color correct. So I'm using this little color corrector palette from Makeup Revolution. I got it from Walmart. If you haven't been to Walmart lately, go look at the makeup aisle. They have upgraded, especially in certain stores. They have upgraded. But the Walmart that I go to, I love going in the makeup aisle. I love looking in the skincare aisle because they truly have updated. Like, even drugstore brands like Milani has expanded their line. They came out with a new skin tint. I don't typically use skin tints, but I think I was influenced to get the skin tint. I was already influenced to get the Blur and Balm. And I bought that. I bought that for about $16, you know? So, for this palette, I am going to use... I'm going to mix this peachy tone and this red. Really, when you color correct, it's supposed to blend out under your eyes. So it's not supposed to look orange. It's not supposed to stay that shade. So I try to use pretty much all of this. All of these shades. To correct the dark spots on my skin. And I'm gonna apply it with a small eyeshadow brush. Pretty much when you color correct, it shouldn't be obvious that that big orange line is on your face. It should correct it. It should even out your skin tone. See? So It takes some trials, I will say that. But if you are having that orange and it is noticeable, one trick that I have always found, that's pretty much the trick I always do anyway if I'm not using this palette, is I'm going to mix in that orange color corrector, or for darker skinned women, for brown skinned girls, for black women, I'm going to take that orange or that peach tone color corrector and I'm going to blend it in with the concealer that matches my skin tone the closest. And this is going to avoid that orange highlight to peek through under the concealer. If you can't find a concealer that actually evens out your skin tone, you know? Because with the orange shades, it is going to help with erasing those darker shades, erasing the hyperpigmentation that we may have, post-inflammatory hormonal issues, you know? So like this right here, whenever I pop a pimple, that's not an acne scar, that's PIH. That's post-inflammatory. I know we confuse it with scarring, but scarring is something different. If you ever seen someone with what, I hate this word, but craters in their face, I'm so sorry. But those are scars. And there are many ways you can get rid of the scars. I've even seen laser work, micro needling, microdermabrasions that can help with reducing those scars. Now with your dark spots like I have on my face from picking, or a pimple went away but it left a spot, these can get rid with using serums, cleansers that have brightening agents in them, and then certain active ingredients such as kojic acid, or using mandelic acid. I've seen glycolic acid lightening up certain spots as well. You just have to be careful with using certain acids like glycolic acid. I went a little crazy one time and I burnt myself. I had a chemical burn on my lip. This area right here is so sensitive, which is why I stopped getting my lip wax, because that was hurting. I mean, we did it in, you know, class, because when you're practicing, especially in aesthetic school, you know, you want to do everything. One thing I didn't get was a lash lift and a brow lamination, and I'm so sick that I did not get that. But at the job I got now, I can get it for like a little discount. But that's one thing I wanted done on myself. But anyway, when you're in school, especially when you get to the wax portion, I mean, you want to wax everything and everybody. You do. Got my lip wax. Oh my God. I thought folks were just being dramatic. But that crap hurts. more time with the Morphe setting mist. The issue with this is that this is a setting spray, and I was using it like it's a setting mist. What's the difference? One is gonna seal in. One is gonna seal in your makeup. The other is gonna add some hydration to the skin just to set the liquids, but in the powders. But that specific setting spray was not correlating well with the concealer and the powder. I don't know, but I will say this though. My nose and this area right here, using that e.l.f. Power Grip primer, is looking pretty good. No peeling. Is it as smoothing? I mean, if you come up close looking at my face, like all of my area, you will see like the pores and all that. Is it as smoothing as some other products I've used? Not as smoothing, but it definitely is matte. Now, I'm not gonna blame the primer on what happened with my forehead, because I don't think that was the issue. I think it was the concealer, and it did not correlate well with that setting spray. And then I topped it off with the powder. It wasn't working. But we're gonna spray the face and then move to the lips. And I'm really happy I got this fan, because I can dry my face really fast. But the eyes came out so pretty. The eyes came out so pretty. And that mascara, it looks like I have false lashes on. If you are a makeup artist, if you just do makeup on yourself, please invest in a handheld fan. It's gonna be a great investment. And it's gonna speed up things too. All right, let's move on to the lips. So lip liner, I'm gonna use the Loud lip liner from NYX in the shade Rebel Kind. I'm gonna say this, I hate pencils like this when it comes to sharpening, because it's something about this material right here. It's not wooden, it's more so plastic, I guess. So it doesn't really bond well with using a pencil sharpener. So I'm hoping this don't break apart when I put it on my lips. But this pencil look better. But I gotta figure out how you sharpen pencils like this. I tried looking it up, and a lot of people were struggling as well. It's just something about the paper around the pencil itself, which is why I like retractable pencils instead of these, because I don't have to worry about all that. But I really like this color. By itself, and it is a gorgeous color. Now I don't know if I'll do my whole lips this shade, but they kind of match. This shade kind of match under my eyes too. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna take that and just do it on the outer edges, and it also helped me blend that lip liner out. I mean, I could leave my lips alone. I could. All right. So I'm gonna take a little bit of liquid lipstick. I have no clue where this came from, so I'm so sorry. I'm always using something that the label has just completely gone away from, and I can't put it in the description box for y'all to also, you know, purchase for yourself. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna take a little bit of this liquid lipstick and put it in the center of my lips. I like that. I like that. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna seal all this in using Milani Make It Last spray and the natural finish, because I have the matte version too. You need to spray enough setting spray. You need to make sure you are drenched in it and it is covering the full face in order for your face to set and last for the entire day. You can't do one quick spritz like this. It's not even heating your entire face. So if you're wondering why we spray so much on your face, because we want to make sure that the spray is actually hitting every single point of the face. And again, the uses of the fan is going to help with spraying that down. And you just want it to be dry. The final look. All right, this is the final look, everybody. How do we like it? I do feel like I should have left the lips alone, but I think it's cute. Had a little technical difficulty with the concealer on the forehead, but fixed it up really quickly. Try that tip out too for yourself. All you have to do is basically reverse everything, okay? And sometimes products don't mesh well together, and it's a learning lesson, but you do not have to make a big deal about it. You do not have to stress. Work in reverse. Start back from the base, and that is why I think foundation is a must whenever you are doing your base routine. But this is the end of the tutorial. I really hope y'all enjoyed. This was a fun look. It came out really pretty. All products will be in the description box, and also check out those links to my Instagram if you want to see more content, and keep subscribing, keep clicking that bell so that you'll see all my uploads. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll catch y'all in my next one.